He lasted, what, half of a Scaramucci? Look, better than Vivek Ramaswamy, who got forced out of Doge. The other supposed leader, it was Elon Musk and Vivek. Vivek got pushed out. A factory doesn't get built in 24 hours. So what you're doing is you built this thing when President Biden was in office. But McGinley at least lasted 2 days or 3 days, and then he left. He quit. He resigned, he left, and he said, I'll make some announcements about what I'm doing in the private sector soon.
Trump's White House is playing musical chairs, but it's not the fun kind. People are running for the exits faster than you can say, you're fired. Even his new legal guy lasted just 3 days. 3 days. That's shorter than most people's New Year's resolutions. But don't worry, folks. Trump's got it all under control. He's just draining the swamp one resignation at a time. Who needs a team anyway? It's not like running a country is hard work or anything, right? This has always blown my mind a little bit. 91% that watch this show regularly haven't subscribed. Could I ask you for a favor small before we start? If you like this show, what we do here, and want to support us, the free simple way you can do just that is by hitting the subscribe button. Folks, the White House is turning into a ghost town faster than you can say cuff.
This is a sign that William McGinley probably felt very, very uncomfortable about the things he was seeing happen there. Bill McGinley, who was appointed as Doge's legal counsel by the president in December, announced his decision on Thursday. A factory doesn't get built in 24 hours. So what you're doing is you built this thing when President Biden was in office. Donald Trump sent this message saying, this guy's going to be the main lawyer of Doge. Well, he's gone.
It's like Trump's playing a game of musical chairs, but instead of music, it's scandals, and instead of chairs, it's jobs. And boy, are people running for the exits. Remember when Trump said he'd hire the best people? Well, those best people are dropping like flies in a bug zapper. It's gotten so bad, even the new guys are quitting before they've had time to learn where the bathroom is. Take William McGinley, for example. Poor Billy Boy lasted a whole 3 days as Trump's legal counsel. 3 days! That's less time than it takes for Trump to come up with a new nickname for his enemies. But don't worry, folks. Trump's got it all under control. He's probably thinking, who needs a team anyway? I've got the best brain, folks. The best. Yeah, right. And I'm the Queen of England. It's like Trump's running his own reality show, The Apprentice, White House Edition. But plot twist, he's the only contestant left. Everyone else has already heard those magic words. You're fired. Or in this case, I quit before you can fire me.
He lasted, what, half of a Scaramucci? Look, better than Vivek Ramaswamy, who got forced out of Doge. The other supposed leader, it was Elon Musk and Vivek. Vivek got pushed out. This is a guy who's been at big law firms his whole career. His name is, again, William McGinley for Donald Trump. I mean, it's utterly, utterly pathetic. And then you have the Steve Bannon crew and that contingency within MAGA world saying that Elon needs to go and Elon's undermining Trump's agenda. Vivek lasted negative Scaramucci's. He didn't even make it through inauguration before Elon Musk pushed him out. But
you know, running a country isn't exactly like running a casino into the ground. Who knew? Certainly not our grumpy Trumpy. He's treating the White House like it's a revolving door at a fancy hotel. People are coming in and out so fast, it's making everyone dizzy. But here's the kicker. Every time someone quits, Trump tries to spin it like it was his idea all along. I didn't want them anyway, he probably yells at his TV while watching Fox News. It's like when you break up with someone and they say, you can't dump me, I'm dumping you. Real mature, Donnie Diapers. And just when you think it can't get any funnier, former aides start spilling the beans. Suddenly, the White House isn't just a punchline factory, it's a full-on comedy club. They're sharing stories that would make even the most seasoned comedian blush. It's like they're all competing for who can make Trump look the most ridiculous. Spoiler alert, they're all winning. Well, folks, it seems our grumpy Trumpy is trying to spin these resignations faster than a cotton candy machine at a county fair. You'd think he was auditioning for America's Got Talent with all these tricks up his sleeve, but let's face it, his excuses are about as believable as his claim that he invented the word fake.
Getting out of Doge, government efficiency agency sees another top leader bolt as lawyer follows Ramaswamy's exit. They write, so he lasted, what, 3 days, maybe? Now, I just want you to think about this. This is not normal, right?
And on this question of nationalism and national identity, somebody who I've been fascinated by for a long time and have interacted with on social media, but for the first time we're having
And this is a kind of guy who would want to protect himself. That's my opinion why he left.
Remember when Trump said he pulled Chad Wolf out of consideration for DEA chief? Yeah, right, and I'm the tooth fairy. Trump's probably practicing in the mirror right now. I didn't want them anyway. They were low energy, sad. It's like watching a magician try to convince you the rabbit meant to jump out of the hat. Sorry, Donnie Diapers, we're not buying it. But wait, there's more. Sarah Matthews, a former aide, spilled the beans, saying, "It's mind-boggling how many members of his senior staff have denounced him." Mind-boggling? More like mind-numbing at this point. It's gotten so bad, even Trump's hairpiece is considering jumping ship. You know, most people think Trump's firing everyone, but the truth is they're quitting faster than teenagers ghosting their Tinder matches. The White House has more turnover than a pancake house during the breakfast rush. At this rate, Trump's going to be left alone in the Oval Office, talking to the paintings on the wall. Actually, that might be an improvement, and just when you think it can't get any funnier, Trump tries to convince us that every resignation was his idea all along. It's like watching a toddler try to convince you they meant to fall face first into their birthday cake. I meant to do that. Yeah, sure you did, little Donnie. But here's the kicker. With every person who quits, we get a new tell-all book. It's like Trump's running his own book club, except he's the only one who doesn't know how to read. These former staffers are turning the White House into a comedy goldmine. Who needs Netflix when you've got this circus?
But McGinley at least lasted 2 days or 3 days, and then he left. He quit. He resigned. He left. And he said, I'll make some announcements about what I'm doing in the private sector soon.
And that's why I brought on today somebody who I think has some thoughtful perspectives on the future direction of our country, of our conservative movement.
Imagine if President Biden appointed somebody to an agency or a cabinet position. I get Doge is not really an agency, although Donald Trump's trying to rebrand some existing digital administrative thing.
At least a live form conversation in the offline sense of it. It's Ann Coulter. So Ann, thanks for coming on, and I'm looking forward to our conversation today.
Well, folks, it looks like Trump's White House is leakier than a sieve in a rainstorm. The rats are jumping ship faster than you can say, "Make America great again." But hey, at least Trump's making America laugh again, right? You know, maybe it's time for our grumpy Trumpy to take a good hard look in the mirror. If everyone around you is the problem, chances are you might be the problem. It's like that old saying, if you smell poop everywhere you go, check your own shoes. But let's be real, Trump's probably too busy tweeting to notice the stink. All this chaos isn't just bad for Trump, it's bad for the country. With people quitting left and right, it's like trying to steer a ship with no crew. But don't worry, folks, Trump's got it all under control. He's probably thinking, who needs advisors when you've got a very good brain?